Hello, my name is Leslie Williams and I am in San Diego, California, and I'm showing you right now a video picture of a printout. And what I'm doing is I'm going to prove to you that I'm a target of this crime just by what I caught yesterday at CVS. Okay, and what I caught yesterday at CVS out for Villa La Jolla Plaza, okay, on 3/15/2013, is in a video file, a YouTube video, and that YouTube title is in the description of this YouTube video that's being made right now as I'm speaking to you. Now, this is a printout, okay, from this website, and you can go to Google and type in. What I did was on 3/14, you can see the date. You can see the date right here that this was printed out. 3/14/2013 at 1:34 p.m. It was printed out at the Law Library in San Diego, California on Front Street. And what I did was I went to Google and I typed in gaslighting and gang stalking. And this is one of the websites that came up as a result of me typing that in at Google. Okay? You can see it right there. It says Gaslighting Gang Stalking Journal. And this is the web page that it came from. It says http://gangstalkingjournal.com/tactics/gaslighting/. And this is it right here, Gang Stalking Journal, gaslighting. And then what I did was I read it yesterday during the morning and early afternoon. And it talks about how gang stalking targets are gaslighted with gang stalking methods along their routes. Okay? I'm going to wait till this plane goes by before I continue. Okay. Sorry about that. Hold on one second, please. Now, in this printout that I printed out, that you can see that I'm showing you right now, it was printed out on 3/14/2013 at 1:34 p.m. Okay? You can see it right here. 3/14/2013, 1:34 p.m. Now, what I want to show you here is this. In this same printout, it talks about street theater as gaslighting. And in it, it says the basic idea is to let the target know that personal information, personal data, or things said and done in the target's home, for example, is known about them. Oftentimes, in ongoing harassment, and most mundane things are mentioned, such as phrases the target said earlier that morning, or mentioning an internet site that was visited. This is meant to give the target the impression that everything they do is monitored. Notice how it says the basic idea is to let the target know that personal information, personal data, or things said and or done in the target's home, for example, is known about them. Oftentimes, in the ongoing harassment, the most mundane things are mentioned, such as a phrase the target said earlier that morning, or that they mentioned on an internet site that was visited. Gaslighting the day before, that's directly connected to gang stalking. Okay. Now, on this particular video, I'm showing you that what they do is basically get around you to regurgitate things that you either said or did in your home or at any location, okay? And then as a result of the monitoring, they know that you said or did these things. Then their goal is to take that information and get around you and repeat it, to undermine your psychology about how they know it, and to let you know that your privacy's been invaded. And that is called gaslighting, which is a gang stalking tactic. Now in 307, it was either 306 or 307, excuse me please. It was either on 306 or 307, 2013. I was at a San Diego Public Library, and I was in a computer room. Hang on, I got to, excuse me. I got to take off my shirt because I'm sweating a little bit, so hold on just one second. On 306, it was either 306 or 307, 2013. I got the audio file. I was in a San Diego Public Library, and I was in a particular room, okay? And I was in a computer room. in the library, which is a totally separate physical room from the rest of the library, concerning where the reference desk is, the circulation counter, and where all the shelves are that hold all the videos and books and stuff. And as I was preparing to get up to go have a cigarette, this digital tape recorder was running for multiple purposes. It was attached to my chest, and the microphone, which is at the top of the actual digital tape recorder, it's on the very top of it, okay, like I'm showing you right now, that's where the microphone is. The microphone is right attached to the actual digital tape recorders on my chest, the microphone being at the very top, right underneath the neck and collar of the shirt I'm wearing. As I was getting up to take my headphones that were plugged into their computer and then to put them in my carry-all, okay, so I could get up to go out of the library to have a cigarette, as I was getting up to take these headphones out of the computer, I was looking up. You see, while you're in the computer room at that specific library, the computer room walls have glass, okay, that you can see through, okay, in reference to how you're in the computer room, and then when you look through the glass, you can see the rest of the library, including the reference desk. So as I got up to take my headphones out of the computer I was using, okay, to put them in my backpack, I looked up, and when I looked up, I saw the library branch manager and an employee engaging in gaslighting sensitization methods of physical gestures. They're called anchored physical gestures, directly connected to sensitization tactics. Okay? It's a clever way to make a target feel stalked and harassed by repeating certain sensitization methods around them, which include anchored physical gestures, direct conversation methods, or even particular type of sounds that they'll sensitize the target to, like specific ways of coughing or even clearing their throat. So as I got up, while I was taking the headphones out of the computer to put those in my backpack, I looked up and saw the manager, the branch manager, engaging in organized gang stalking physical gestures, which are called gaslighting. So what I did was, as I experienced that, I made a statement in my digital tape recorder by covering up my mouth while I was making the statement that I'm being gaslighted right now by the branch manager. Yes, by a San Diego Public Library employee. Then I got up, you know, I was already up, but and then what I did was I picked up, once I put the headphones in the black bag, I started walking out of the computer room and then by the reference desk in order to actually leave the library to go outside to have a cigarette. And as I walked by them, the branch manager and an employee said gang stalking 3 times. Now, when I said that when I was in the computer room that I was being gaslighted by them from a distance with anchored physical gestures, which are sensitization methods, I said I was literally being gaslighted. Gaslighted is a term that describes gang stalking tactics. And then I walked by him and he says gang stalking, which is a direct conversation tactic. Hold on a second, please. Now this is done repeating certain words or phrases, okay, is how they let you know you're being harassed and stalked. It literally says the basic idea off of what I've already showed you, the same printout. It says the basic idea is to know the personal information, personal data or things said and done in the target's home, for example, is known about them. Oftentimes in ongoing harassment, the most mundane things are mentioned, such as a phrase the target said earlier that morning. Before I leave a specific area every morning, I'll make a video file, and I'll also make a statement in reference to the prediction files, either in video, all the time on video, and all the time on audio files that are running on me, okay, by my tape recorder running and attached to my chest, my undergarments on my chest. And I'll make video predictions concerning what I'll hear along my routes once I leave this area and then go to where I'm going at for the day. When I make these prediction video files about what I'll hear as a result of them repeating certain phrases, okay, I'll show a picture of my cell phone which shows the date and time. Then with the digital tape recorder running, which shows the date and time, it shows the time elapsed for me to leave a specific area, go to the places that I'm mentioning in the video file, and what I'll hear once I get there. They're literally having the audacity to get around me and saying gang stalking, okay, which is the crime that's happening to me. They're called direct conversation methods, gaslighting methods. Okay? Now, what's the likelihood of me being in a totally separate physical room from where they're at? I get up to get my stuff to leave the room, and as I'm getting my stuff, I notice that they're gaslighting me from a distance. And I say it in my digital tape recorder that right now I'm being gaslighted while I'm still in that separate physical room. Then when I leave the room and walk right by them, they're seeing gang stalking. Okay, hang on a second, please. Now, to help you see that I said that I was being gaslighted, which is a term that describes gang stalking, I said I was being gaslighted while I was in the room. The physical separate room from where they were at, standing and engaging in organized gang stalking physical gestures, which are gaslighting activities. I said in my tape recorder as I witnessed it physically while I was in that room that I am experiencing gaslighting by the branch manager while I was still in the computer room. I then leave the room and walk by him, and he says gang stalking. Caught flat out on a digital tape recorder. Okay? Now, I look in the description of this YouTube video for cooperating videos that'll show you the predictions of separate places it's happening to me at, and the actual audio files of when it happens, which show a later date and time in reference to the video file that I made the predictions in. I have literally undisputably proved that this crime is happening to me, but I can't get no help from the San Diego police. And why is that? In 2006, I was out here and I was being gang stalked, but I didn't know what was happening to me was gang stalking. But I was making some email files at the Point Loma Library concerning how I was gang stalked in Michigan, and some of the statements in those 2006 emails also talked about how I was being subject to specific behaviors inside of the Point Loma Library, including by library staff. Okay? Then I left from 2006 on November 5th or 6th of 2006 back to Michigan. And I didn't come back to San Diego again until August 8th, 2011. I have minded my own business. I have not formed one friendship at all since I've been back here to San Diego since August 8, 2011. Today's date is March 16, 2013. Because of the simple fact that I knew that my goal was to intentionally and creatively catch the gang stalking that occurred towards me once I got out here again. Because I knew it would happen towards me again because I was gang stalked from Michigan that I went back to from California in 2006. I went back to Michigan. Was gang stalked on a feverish scale every single day for years. Then I left Michigan and went to Connecticut for 2 months. Was gang stalked on a feverish scale in that state. Finally left Connecticut on August 4th or 5th, 2011, and arrived from Connecticut in San Diego on August 8th, 1 day late in reference to the scheduled arrival time. And every single day since August 8, 2011, I've been gang stalked along all my routes, every single day, everywhere I have went, back here in San Diego again. Now, what was described in those 2006 saved emails that I still have show me describing the methods I was experiencing in San Diego at that time. And since Point Loma Library staff and security are mentioned, it shows that they, who are government employees, public library employees are government employees, were engaging in criminal activity. Now, if I have 2006 emails saved, okay, showing that I was describing what was happening to me in Michigan before I came to California in 2006, and then what I was experiencing in San Diego when I came here in 2006, it literally brings alive the states used, the places used, the tactics and methods that were used, and then I come out here now and totally have undisputably proved that this crime is happening to me, which proves the duration, the places used, the people used, and what's happened to me. I have literally undisputably proved this crime is happening to me, and I can't get no help because the San Diego police were directly involved in the organized gang stalking in 2006. Yes, they were directly involved in what is known as a street theater that compelled me through their actions and influences to make me to go back to Michigan in 2006, where I was tortured, sexually exploited, financially exploited, my insurance was exploited. You do not believe the crimes that have happened to me as a result of this duration of this crime, time-wise, and the people and places involved. Now, they know these 2006 emails exist, and since I have proven I've been gang stalked on a feverish scale every single day since I've been back here since August 8, 2011, and they know they were involved in it in 2006, and again since I've arrived back here in August 8, 2011, they won't file a police report. because they cannot admit on paper any report that I am a target of this crime, because it brings alive those 2006 emails, which will show the duration of this crime. And they know I also have undisputable proof I was a victim of this crime in Michigan between the years of November 2006, when I left San Diego to go back to Michigan, and the time span from that time when I went back to Michigan up until the time I came back out here, which shows the complete duration of this crime and all the crimes that have happened to me in between. And the San Diego police know they were directly involved in it in 2006, and again since I've been back here since August 8, 2011. So they cannot have it on any documentation that they recognize that I am a target of this crime, because it will bring the 2006 emails alive in space and time, which will then show the duration of this crime that's been happening to me. Huge felonies to the extreme, and they were directly involved. So do you honestly think that they're ever going to ever admit that they were involved or that this crime is happening to me? No. Look in the description of this YouTube video for cooperating material in reference to this crime that's happening towards me. Thank you.